Okay, what I have here is the main frame, and these in their former lives were platter holders for movie theaters. They had the huge aluminum platters on them and the film spooled off of that and back onto it. And anyways, these were thrown away when everything went digital, and I grabbed as many as I could from the local theater, and they are a treasure trove of good quality steel. So we're going to turn this one into a compost turner. Living in an area that has a lot of oil and gas is definitely have some benefits in the way of materials. This is a cut-off quarter-inch plate. They throw these away by the dozens, and they allow me to used to allow me to salvage them. Don't know if I still can, but I've got a pile of these and just all kinds of other miscellaneous pieces. So after sitting around here for 15-20 years, I'm going to put them to use. Okay, here I'm welding up the leg with the drive socket, or drive sprocket on it. And this is where the tire and wheel setup is going to be attached into this. A lot of gusseting going on. Okay, I'm lobbing this spindle off with a little slice saw right here. Okay, here they are. The legs are on the top member, the top tube, so I need to get them tacked up and aligned and put 45-degree bracing in them. Okay, we're going to kick the, I'm going to call it the mixer drum with the blades off by starting to build some blades. This is a sheet of quarter-inch diamond plate, which is a pretty nice brittle steel, and that's what I want. I don't want something that's going to bend easily. So I'm cutting it up with my torch, with my plasma torch, and I'm going to cut the profile of the drum so I can angle them, and let's get that drum built. Okay, I made a wooden template for these paddles. This is going to be the shaft diameter I'm using, and because I have to turn it, we can't have them at a right angle. We have to have them perpendicular, or excuse me, angled. Anyways, so this allows me to get a good weld on both sides and gives me a good angle, a good bite on the blade. What I do is I hit this thing with a squirt bottle, both sides, before I put it on, and then I do my cut, and that wood will last for as many as I need as a pattern. This is an old piece of drill pipe. Call it sucker rod. Okay, I just got finished with welding everything up. Man, checking the balance, and I played with it. It is fantastic. Look at that. No vibration. It's just true as true can be. Very happy with it. Be even happier if it works. Okay, getting closer. I've got my adjustable chain tensioner. Final stages here. I probably have a little over 20 hours total into this, and at this point, and I'm working on the geometry of the drivetrain. Now here's the engine I'm looking at. It's a 6.5 horse, and I know what you're thinking. It's not big enough, and you're probably right. I'm just going to hope that my gearing is correct, and absolute worst case scenario is I just get a bigger one and throw it on there, because I'm making it so it'll be easily changed out. So this is going to be the toe piece. This will be my tongue, so to speak. Okay, getting down to business. Got my angle, my offset, which is a little over 2 feet. And a lot of brackets put in here because I'm a huge fan of triangulation and gussets, and so this should be adequate to, it's exactly centered on my, the height is the center height of my 3-point hitch ball. So at 19 inches it'll be level, and it'll go down if I need it to 10 inches or up 10 inches. So we'll see what happens. Just kind of a shot in the dark at this point, but overall pretty happy with it. Okay, the unit was, the engine does not have an air filter because it is a snow blower. They don't have those, so I have this little plate attached to the carburetor. So what I did was I soldered it to this can, and I'm going to trim it down and just put a piece of foam in there, and that should cover it. After I soldered it, I took a Dremel tool and I'll show you. Just went in there and just chased it. So should work. We'll see what happens. Okay, here's an old piece of foam I had, packing foam, and I save everything. I am a pack rat, but there's a reason for it. I typically find a use for stuff, and I don't have to go to the store and buy it. So here's what I've done. I've actually just taken the other half that I cut off, which has real sharp edges, spun it in, and let's see what happens. Okay, there you go. Now I might put a piece of tape or something across that. I think I'll just crimp it actually. And anyways, there's your filter. Good tight fit. Should do the job. So I'm one or two more little. I got to do a kill switch, dead man switch that I can pull from the tractor to turn this off if there's a problem. Initially, that tire there wanted to straighten itself out because I have such a short throw here. So I added a little drag link, as you can see. Very simple, just pop it on the straight runs. And I also added some weight because this is the tire that tends to stay straight. So let's literally kick this thing over and see what happens. This is a 6.5 horse engine off of a snow blower, which I got for free, and these are old weights. Check this out. This thing is really cool. That's all there is to it. Okay, here's what I ended up with. A very nice row. I could do a little cleanup on it, I guess. I'm going to wet it down and take another pass. overall, really happy with it. 6.5 horse. Plenty of power if it's geared right. I was a little concerned about that, but look at that, isn't that beautiful? Plenty of power. The engine never bogged down. So I'm going to wet this down, take another pass, and I'll take some more photos.